we're going to do a spine movement routine. So everything in this routine should feel good. It's not about getting into a particular position or getting into as deep in the position as you can. It's really just about moving in a way that feels good to you. So if something doesn't, then modify it, do it in a way that it does feel good. Okay? So we're just going to start with some nice deep breaths. So inhaling and exhaling. This time, as you inhale, I want you to think about opening up your chest and breathing into your chest. So inhale and exhale, coming back. This time you're going to clasp your hands. As you inhale, you're going to reach forward. And exhale. Think about breathing into your upper back as you inhale. And bring your right arm up and reach over, left arm up and reach over to the right side. Inhale into this side and exhale, coming back. Switching sides, inhale, coming back. I'm going to do some head nods. So you're going to look up and then look down as if you're trying to see if you spilled something on your shirt. Looking up and down. And then looking over your shoulder. And again, just going through a range that feels nice for you. So we're going to go into the part of the routine that's a little weird. So it gets counts down after this part. So you're going to think about your head coming forward and then coming back. So this would be Poppy when you go for a kiss. Okay, she's reaching forward. And this is Chester. Okay, forward and back. And again, the movement can be small. Okay, you don't want too much tension, okay, in your neck or in your body. So it should be a nice relaxed movement. We'll go side to side. So this one is a little more challenging. It can help to use your fingers as a guide, just moving. So we're trying to move our head side to side. And this is a work in progress for me. Get nice relax. Do it in front of the mirror. We're going to try and make a square first, and then we're going to smooth that out to make a circle. So we're going to come forward, we're going to come to this side, back, this side, forward. And again, it doesn't have to be a big movement. I'll try and smooth it out. you notice you're holding a lot of tension somewhere, shake it out and keep going. You notice your movement becomes a little weird. Okay, reset, get back into it. And let's go the other direction. We're going to move into our chest now. So we're going to do the same idea. Hips staying still, and we're just going to slide our chest side to side. So I like to think about this, you know, you've got a line here, right, where your bra strap is, and that's always staying on this plane, okay? It's not tilting to the side like this. So we're just shifting side to side. Again, it can really help. Look in a mirror when you're doing this one. And we'll go forward and back. So just forward, you know, like as if you're trying to get into a fight with someone. And then back as if it punched you in the chest. Okay, forward and back. And we're really trying to move our chest here, so it's not a head coming forward or our hips moving. Good, and then let's do that idea of the square. So we go forward, to the side, back, to the side. And start trying to smooth it out. Again, try and hold a little less tension. The other direction. What you trying to say, Chester? Outside in the snow? I want to finish with some hip circles. So your head's staying where it is, your feet are staying where they are, and you're drawing a circle on the floor with your hips. Okay, so this is different than if my head's going round in a circle. My head is fixed, and I'm just moving my hips around. Feel free to bend your knees, whatever feels good. In the other direction. If you're doing this without the video, stay in any of the movements that feel good. Do them until you're done. Okay, we're going to go into some spine rolls. Now, if we were doing this as a more intense mobility training session, we might walk out our legs, make this more of like a Jefferson curl style, but this is just movement to feel good. So we're trying to be a little more relaxed. So you can have a slight bend in your knee, slight tucked under butt. Okay, your butt slightly tucked under. And we're just going to bring our chin down. And then we're going to slowly think about one part of our spine at a time. Rounding forward. Keeping our butt tucked. And we're just slowly rolling down. And then we're just chilling out here, and these there's a nice kind of bend in them, nice and relaxed. Take a couple of deep breaths. And then we push our feet into the floor, keeping but pulling into that butt tuck and rolling up. Okay, so it's nice starting at the base of our spine rolling up. And you're going to finish this by reaching up. And you're going to think about lifting your chest. So we're not trying to get like this hinge in our lower back. We're going to squeeze our butt, reaching your arms up, and try and just get a little bit of extension. Okay, you don't want your head all the way back, head in line with your arms. And even if you're super flexible, we're not going down to a bridge, we're just getting a nice extension here. Bring your arms down, we'll repeat that. So chin down, rolling slowly down. Take as long as you want. We're going to go slightly to the side on this one. Oh, we're going to reach up first. Reach into extension. And then we're going to go to the side. So this time, rather than going straight down, I'm going to come as if I'm going over my right foot. So still relaxed legs. And then back up. And this time, again, reaching up. And we'll go slightly over to the side. Coming down, we'll go to the other side. And reaching up. I'm going to do some side bend. You can do as many of those as you want. If you want to do 3 or 4 each side, go ahead, press pause, go ahead and do a few more each side. So we're going to do some side bending here. So I'm going to start with our hands on our head. We're going to inhale, get nice and long through here, and we're going to bend over to one side. When you're as far as you're comfortable going, you're going to think about reaching with your hands. And come back and back up. If that's a little too intense on your side, just you can keep your arms on your head. Just hold it there for a breath and come back up. Okay, but if you want to go over, extend your arms out. Let's do a couple more each side. Extending. Chester, we're filming, sweetheart. You're being really rude. We're going to come down onto the mat now. So you can roll down and walk your hands out, coming down onto your hands and knees, and then down onto your elbows. So in this position, we're going to let our ribs drop down to the floor, and then we're going to think about scooping our chest up. Okay, so we're lifting up through our chest, and that gives us a nice smooth curve through our spine. So in this position, we're going to look up and then looking down. And looking over your shoulder. So look towards your butt. I was going to say towards your other butt. So we're just looking over our shoulder side to side. With these head nods, these head movements, think about leading with your eyes. So we look first and then our head follows. We're going to come onto our side. So our arms, shuffle down the mat a little bit. Arms are going to start out in front of us. And then we're going to circle our arm around the mat. If your arm comes off the mat slightly, that's okay as long as you're not feeling any discomfort. Just sliding, if you can, all the way around, but stop wherever you need to. And then we're going to take a nice big inhale. And I want you to think as you inhale about really expanding through your ribs. So inhale and exhale. And coming back. We'll do a few reps of that. Notice how my knees stay on top of each other. So that's one thing. Keeping our knees in alignment. Taking a big inhale. And back. I'm going to do one more. One way you can modify this, if you're not able to keep your arm on the floor, is you can raise your knees up. So if you have like a bolster, a cushion, a block, you can raise your knees up and that'll make it a little easier. So we're going to go over to the other side. So we're going to open up onto our back and then turn the other side. So bring that arm around. Big inhale. And coming onto your back. We're going to do some rocking. So here we're thinking about it feeling as nice and smooth as you can. If you're on a harder mat, you can even just stay down here. Right? You want to feel it smooth. So try and feel. You could do this if you wanted. You could do it on concrete. That's how smooth you're going to be rolling. And coming back down to your mat, arms out to the side, knees up at 90 degrees, and we're just going to go knees side to side. We're going to let our knees drop to the side and coming back up. Now if this feels like too much on your back, bring your feet to the floor and just let your knees drop to the side, drop to the other side. And pull your knees into your chest. We're going to do some egg rolls. So we're rolling over. We're going to look under, look over our shoulder, roll back. Again, the nicer. This is really nice on this nice soft mat. And then we're just going to finish on our back, knees pulled into our chest. Taking a few nice deep breaths. Oh, poor Chester. So that was our spine routine. There's so many variations that you can do. There's a lot of stuff you can do on your hands and knees. It really feels good for your spine. Just move in ways that feel good. That's what this is really about. And I apologize for Chester. She thinks she's an outdoor cat.